welcome back. Welcome back to the YouTube channel, to the podcast, to wherever you are listening or watching this video. I'm so glad you're here. I love that you've tuned in again. I would love you to like and subscribe and stick around with me, because that allows me to grow and that allows me to get this stuff out into the world, and that's really important. And it's important for so many reasons, but mainly because I just want to help people get a better mindset and realize that you can change your world just by changing your internal thoughts. And literally today's video is all about that. This video is about something that I lovingly call Best Friends Day. And I'm not talking about the Best Friend Day that is on the 8th of June, I think. I'm pretty sure that is the day that the world has decided that Best Friend Day is going to be on. That's not my Best Friend Day. My Best Friends Day is the day that I treat myself internally like a best friend. And I'm going to give you some context. Right, back in the day, before I knew about all of this stuff and before I treated myself kindly and before I was nice to myself the way I am now, I was that person that literally berated myself constantly. The internal chatter was literally, it was derogatory, it was bullying, it was nasty, it was downright unkind. It was just thoughts like, oh my God, you're such a mess. Look at the state of you. You're so fat. You can't do anything right. What on earth are you wearing? Oh, you're going to eat that, are you? You're going to put more weight on and be even fatter. Oh, nobody loves you. What on earth are you doing? You really are just terrible. And those thoughts, that was my everyday. That was my constant. That is what was inside my head on a loop, over and over and over and over again. And it was crippling. It caused so many problems in my life. It made me riddled with anxiety. I was down. It was just not a nice place to live. And the worst thing was, it was me that was doing it to myself. Nobody else was treating me like that. Nobody else was talking to me like that. It was all me. And nobody else could change it. Nobody else could do anything to stop the subconscious loop that was playing in my head like a broken record. And like I've said before, your reticular activating system is in your brain to show you what you are thinking about, because the loudest thought is the one that you'll see. And that's why, when you talk about looking for, I'm going to use my example that I use quite a lot in some of my videos. We bought a yellow car a couple of years ago, a little yellow car called Sunny. And prior to buying that car, I'd never seen bright yellow cars anywhere. They just were not in my field of vision because I didn't have one and it wasn't in my awareness. And then suddenly I bought that car and we now see yellow cars, bright little yellow cars just like Sunny, literally everywhere, because it's now in my field of vision and it's now in my reticular activating system, and my subconscious mind is showing me all the little yellow cars. And it's the same with your thoughts in your head. If you are giving yourself the I'm too fat, I'm horrible, I can't do that, I'm not worthy, nobody will love me, your brain is programmed to go out and show you all of those reasons why you are right. All of the things to make you true, to make what you're thinking correct, because that's what it's been built to do. And so we need to change it. And so I realized that I was working with a lady and she talked about us criticizing ourselves internally and the fact that we wouldn't talk to our best friends that way. And that kind of sparked something in my head. And I was like, I don't even talk to people I don't like the way I talk to me, let alone my best friend. What if I tried just for one day to treat myself and to talk to myself the way I talk to my best friend? And so I set myself a day. And on that day, I noticed every time a horrible thought came into my head. And I said, no, Jane, you wouldn't say this to your best friend. What would you say instead? And I flipped the thought into something kind, into something that I would say to my friend. And I did this literally all day, and it was a hard day. Let me just tell you, that first day that I did this was difficult because it was literally every second, every thought, every time I thought about myself, it was derogatory. And I was spending so much time flipping all of these thoughts and telling myself no and changing them. And it was difficult, but it showed me how unkind I was to myself and just how much time I was spending being very self-critical, to being very nasty to myself, being an absolute downright bully, which is not who I am. For anyone who knows me, I'm not like that. That is not my personality. That's not how I treat people, other than me, obviously. And so I made a concerted effort then to do more and more and more of this talking to myself kindly, to noticing the thoughts, to flipping them on their head, and to actually changing them to something kinder, something nicer, something better. And the weird thing was, the more I did this, the more I started to do it without even trying. The more I started to do it without even being consciously aware that I was doing it, until suddenly one day I realized that I was actually being much nicer to myself without even trying, because I'd made it a part of my subconscious, and I'd flipped the thoughts, and I'd made such an effort to change that it had actually impacted my subconscious. And the more I was telling myself kind things, and the more I was treating myself like a best friend, the more those kind of thoughts came to me instead, and the more they became my second nature. And so then I set myself a challenge to actually have Best Friend Day every month, and then every week, and now I do it pretty much every day. But what I want you to do, my challenge to you for this week in this little episode, is tomorrow morning when you wake up, I don't want you to start it now, because it could be the afternoon, it could be the evening, who knows what time of day it is that you actually come across this. I want you to state to yourself right now that tomorrow morning when you wake up, you are going to have Best Friend Day, and you are going to notice every single thought that comes into your head, either loudly or subconsciously, that is a criticism, or is something unkind, or is something that you would not say to your best friend. And I want you to go, no, that's not how I would treat my friend. What would I say instead? And I want you to flip that thought and change it into the thing that you would say to your best friend. So say, for example, you put on an outfit in the morning and you're going about your day, and you pass a mirror or a window and you see your reflection, and you kind of go, oh my God, you look a mess. Would you say that to your best friend? If you went for a coffee with your best mate and they turned up wearing what you were wearing today, would you say to them, God, you look a mess, go get changed? What on earth are you wearing that for today? You wouldn't say it. You wouldn't say it. And that old adage, if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all, that comes into this, right? So even if you can't say nice things about yourself, stop the nasty thoughts. Start there, because starting there is a start. And starting there means that you can then go on to saying nice things about yourself, and you can then build on that. And then you get the domino effect. You get the domino effect of the nice thought leading to the nice thought, leading to the nice thought, and the nicer comment leading to the nicer comment, and the nicer comment, until eventually it's self-love. It's building your self-esteem, it's building your self-worth, and it's making you feel better about your entire world. And that is when the loudest thought becomes the dominant thought, and your reticular activating system will then go out and show you nice things and reasons why you can do things, and you are lovable and you are worthy and you do look amazing, and everything then becomes nicer, and you literally change your entire perspective about everything. So that's my challenge. Tomorrow morning, wake up and have best friend day. Treat yourself like a best friend, not like a bully. And I am not saying that this is going to be easy, because it isn't. And I don't live in this best friend day world every day. There are still times when I criticize myself. There are still times when my subconscious mind goes to those nasty places, but they're less and less and less now. And I actually notice them. Whereas prior to doing this, they were just running unchecked, and it was literally nasty things constantly barraging my mind. It was literally every single thought. Now when I do it, when I am being particularly in a moment that's human, because we all have them, we all have those days, no matter how good at this mindset stuff we all have those days when we get down. We always do, because we are human beings and we have feelings and we have emotions and we have down days, and you know what, they're okay. But catch them, notice them, and that way you won't get sucked down into them and it won't become the norm. You will be able to get yourself back into the high vibration thoughts, the better feelings, much, much, much quicker, because it just becomes part of your everyday. So tomorrow, have best friends day. Notice your thoughts, actively look for the criticism and flip it and change it. And then moving forward, put it in your diary. Once a month, you are going to make a concerted effort to be kind to yourself and to treat yourself like you would a best friend. Put it on your phone. Do it weekly. If you can't, if you don't think monthly is enough, I don't think it's enough. I think you should be doing this every day, but we've all got to start somewhere, and I'm not going to make you do this, from now on forever, because, it's hard in the beginning. But once a week, program it into your phone, put it in your diary, have a reminder flash up to say, today's best friend day. Today I'm going to treat myself like a best friend and not like a bully. Have little reminders that flash every hour, if you like, to say, think a nice thought about yourself. It's easy, right? In this world of social media and digital stuff and phones and always being on a device, it's easy to set those reminders, because then they work to your advantage. Then the world that we live in, the world of devices and technology, can work to your advantage, and you can use it to reprogram your brain to think kinder thoughts. So please have a go at this and let me know in the comments below what a difference tomorrow is going to make to you, because I promise you're going to have the nicest day, because you are going to be your own best friend, and it's a lovely space to be. And it's much kinder to talk to yourself that way than it is to be the negative critic, to be the bully, to be the nasty person. My life is so much better now, and I want that for all of you too. So I invite you to take the challenge. And as I say, let me know in the comments below how you get on. Join my free Facebook community, because I love it in there. I'm always doing things like this in there. That's where you'll get the most value. Please like, please subscribe. Please help me get the word out. I love the community of people that are here with me, and I just want to build it into something bigger. So help me, okay? Have best friend day tomorrow. Let me know how you get on, and I'll see you next week. Bye.